Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Digital Wilds. I'm Robin, and welcome back to Resident Evil 4. In the last episode, as you'll see, we got to the end of Chapter 2.2, which will mean that in this episode we push forward through the end of the village and into something completely new. Let's find out what's next. So as the spooky lightning flashes all around, we find ourselves in the house where we previously fought with Luis to repel the zombie invasion. Now, because we didn't pick up much during that battle, it's not worth going over to see the merchant, and instead we'll head around the back of the house and see what awaits us next. So we have another merchant point over here, although as I say, there's not much point in visiting him, but we do have a letter here. 2 routes. Just a while ago, I was informed by Lord Sadler that our men had shot down a United States military helicopter. There shouldn't be any more outside interference for a while now. Unless the United States government determines who the traitor is, they can only initiate very small covert operations. Must use this time to our advantage and recapture the girl. The 2 Americans can only get out of our territory by using one of 2 routes. This is where we'll stop them. We shall make use of our forces to the greatest degree. We will deploy a large number of Ganados in one of the routes to ensure that they do not slip us by. For the other route, we shall leave the task to El Gigante. Whichever route we take, the agent will never leave here alive, not with the girl at least. So with the Brigadier of the Ganados giving us his account of events, we see the choice ahead of us. So we have 2 gates. One of which contains an El Gigante, one of which contains a large amount of Ganados. Now, I am tempted to show you both routes, and that is, I think, what we are going to do. Let's start with what I think is the easier one, which is the Ganados. This, of course, does not simply involve your normal bunch of Ganados, but something a little bit different as well. So we'll head in here, and after grabbing this box of handgun ammo, because the game knows that we've got combat ahead, see what we're running into. Yeah, so here we are. So we've got a large number of bad guys incoming. So our first port of call is firstly to set that woman on fire, and secondly to hide Ashley in the bin, which makes this whole encounter a lot easier, because if she dies, obviously we get a game over, and that is not to anyone's advantage, least of all hers. So I'm just going to quickly get the shotgun reloaded and use the opportunity to fend off these guys who are in the introductory area so that we can kind of bottleneck them. That is the trick of this game. I'm not sure whether that cart can be exploded like the one outside the church was, but we know that these guys can still be kicked, so unless she has an explodey head, which fortunately she doesn't, we are safe for now. Yeah, that cart can be exploded. It's a shame to use it to take out only 2 guys, but the music goes quiet for now, so we are temporarily safe. That is not a situation that will continue, I'm afraid to say. If we head around here, I believe there's some treasure we can collect. Oh, no. Ooh, nice try, but dodged you there, pal. Uh-oh, and he's a bursty head, so going to get my distance, and hopefully we'll be able to take him out with some well-aimed handgun fire. And so we can use the time while we wait for him to show up to take out his friend up there, and remove an obstacle for ourselves later. So, as I remember, it was 4 shots with the normal handgun to take these guys down, and that doesn't seem to be any different with the Red 9. Oh no, that took 5, so these do vary a little bit. I think there's an element of random number generator involved. So we'll head up here onto this walkway, and yeah, there's one coming down below us, so use this opportunity to pick her off. Might even go over to the rifle, given that I've got some ammunition for it. So, first of all, we've got to deal with her, and then there's another one who I just saw lurking over there. Yeah, there she is. So take her out at some range, and there's a third one who's just behind that Ashley bin. Unfortunately, we can't leave the arena without Ashley, so she's going to have to come out at some point, but it's provided us with a helpful second bin for her should we have taken her this far. I prefer to just leave her in the first one, because she is totally invincible in there, and it's easy to just go back and rescue her later. Use the rifle to pop a few heads, and grab that green herb. We are at full health, which is rather nice, but that is not a situation that I fear will persist for too long. Now, obviously, the game wants us to go down to this central arena, which I will do, but I'm not going to do it without being, fully stocked up on the bare necessities of life. So reloading our weapons, let's hop down and see what awaits us. Yeah, unfortunately, it's a chainsaw woman. And not just one, but 2 of them, which makes this really quite dangerous. So initially, going to go over to the shotgun and knock her over at close range. Hopefully that will allow us to focus on the second one, wherever she is. Oh no! Oh, got very lucky there. I managed to take her down. Going to quickly head up this ladder so I can get a bit of distance between me and them. And kick it over so we can concentrate on them while they are down below. Take out that guy by knocking him off the ledge and hopefully deal a lot of damage in one blow to that small group down there with a nice timely grenade. Now there is obviously a ladder on the other side as well, so that doesn't solve all our immediate problems. But if we pull out the rifle, I think we're alone on this ledge for now. So if I take out Captain Overalls on that side... Oh no, he's a bursty head, which is unfortunate. Fortunately, we can burst his bursty head with our rifle. Plus, we can make sure that we concentrate fire on Chainsaw 1 and 2 while they're pinned down. And although the rifle is now empty, we've still got our shotgun for dealing a decent amount of damage, at least at short range. So this game has a nasty habit of spawning in other smaller Ganados at me from behind, so I can't be too complacent, but I think that now they're down there, they are relatively easy to sort of keep at bay. Or apparently not. Yep, that's unfortunate. Oh, okay, so she couldn't die while climbing the ladder, but she immediately dropped dead upon breaking through. I see. So we got the camp key, which allows us to go through this door down here, and obviously that'll take us through to the next area. We get a ruby for killing the other one as well, so that's 10,000 pesetas. So we could go through that door right now, but I think for the sake of completion, I'm going to head back the way we came, and I'll show you the second route. Ashley in tow. We can proceed back towards the merchant. Actually, he might not be a bad place to stop off now that I've got that ruby and a few other treasures, so maybe we'll be able to get another upgrade out of that. There is a temptation in my mind to buy a rocket launcher so that I can take out what is quite a difficult boss at the end of this level. But I think I would consider that to be slightly cheating, so I'm going to try and do it properly, and will only resort to cheating if I am too bad at the game to get through it the normal way. We proceed through to this area where the threat is, shall I say, a bit more obvious. So it's a rather cool sort of wooden palisade structure, which obviously is intended to keep this guy in as a bit of an arena, and it obviously draws our eyes to that very obvious El Gigante trap, which I'm not going to activate quite yet, but do need to get Ashley out of the way a little bit. So now we can shoot it and miss him entirely. Brilliant. So just going to quickly... oh, no, managed to not dodge him, but we do get our knife out, and by stabbing him in the hand, we can force him to drop us. Now, you'll see that's the first time we've been hit by an El Gigante, because we managed to avoid it last time. He does do a significant amount of damage, so I'm going to just combine 2 green herbs. I'm going to save my health spray for now, and hopefully we can use that to do a decent hit. Unfortunately, I've only got handgun ammo, because I used all my other stuff on... yep, so down goes Ashley. And that is not good. She's dead. So that's our first Ashley death, and unfortunately we will now have to restart. Okay, so after 2 deaths, I'm starting to rethink the El Gigante plan. There's a reason that you tend to only do 1, and it's basically that you don't have the ammunition to take out the second guy. So I'm actually going to rethink that plan and go back through the first arena. So this time free of any pesky Ganados, we can make our way through here very easily, and we'll proceed to what lies beyond. This is a bit of the world we haven't seen so far, outside the realms of what we consider the normal village, and into something a little bit different. So with the old key, we can proceed through here. And that gets us to this area full of barricades, which confusingly are not manned in any way. Unfortunately, they are over here. So the incendiary grenades are going to be useful here for creating a bit of an early barrier. At which stage I can start blasting away with my handgun. Ashley, you stay there, love, so I don't have to worry about you. These guys at least are fairly weak still, so... Oh, that never hit me. Come on, Ashley, let's retreat a little bit. I'm going to hide you up in that bin so you don't die. At least you can go on the other side of this door. She's on fire. I still don't have any more ammunition than my single incendiary grenade and my handgun. This is getting a bit dicey. So 2 of them down. This guy, I get the horrible impression, is a bursty head, so I'm just going to quickly top up my health. I run by him. Ah. Again, I'm very questioning of the aiming skills of these guys, because they seem to keep missing me and then somehow get a hit in. Going to do a context-sensitive kick to clear the arena. And another one to get rid of them. She can go down to get out of my way. And I think, if I remember correctly, there's some ammunition back here. Oh no, it's faded and they've got Ashley, which is very, very unfortunate. I think they can only get rid of her out of this exit, but it means I'm going to have to fight my way back through the guys, so... Heard the rare female atrocity imbecile there, which you very rarely get, to be honest. It's usually men saying it. Oh no, yeah, here she comes. Oh dear, well, I've got problems of my own, love. Right, so, heal up, and we got to get to Ashley before she gets taken to the door. So we just quickly shoot that woman down. Come here, Ashley. Yeah, come over here. Don't just crouch there. You're going to get your head blown off by the bloody squelchy heads. Oh, no, reload. Okay, so she goes down, but we do have another kidnapped Ashley. If we can take this guy out. Quickly knife him. Yeah, he goes down, get some more handgun ammo. No ammo for the shotgun yet, but there's a remedy for that situation right here. So, they go down. Right, so I'm impressed, frankly, that I managed to get through that horde without dying, but we have done it. So with another few pesetas in hand, we can proceed through to the next arena. Ashley is at full health, which is very nice. Could have hidden her in that bin, frankly. I don't know why I didn't, but I didn't spot it until it was too late. We do at least get a bit of a top-up on that ammo as well. So, remove this barrier, and through we go. That blockade is what stops you coming into that entrance from the back, if you take in the other route. So there's a merchant there, but unfortunately we can't get around to him quite yet. We have to go over here first and see this mysterious door. So obviously it won't open, and clearly we need some kind of item. There's a scanner built into it, so that is going to be our next objective. So we've got a house here, and on the bin outside we find some ammo. If we kick in the door, we'll find that things, are not in a great way here. Village's last defense. So they are clearly worried about us, and they say, I clearly underestimated the American agent's capability. He's still alive. I thought that we could wait until the egg hatched, but at this rate he could destroy the whole village before it does. We must take care of this nuisance. We shall change our priorities. For the time being, we shall cease our hunt for Luis and ambush the two Americans. There is a building used to enlighten betrayers just beyond the point where you get off the lift. It's a perfect place for ambushing them. If all else fails, they would still need to face me in order to get past the last gate that heads after the village. For only before my sight will the gate open. So clearly whoever wrote this note has the eye that needs to be scanned in order to get through the mystery gate. Therefore, that looks like it's going to be the boss fight of this level. However, it is a bit of a mistake when planning an ambush to leave a plan for the ambush in the path of those you might ambush. And with that, we'll take the only route available to us, which is up towards this sort of aircraft hangar on the side of the cliff. Not quite sure what that is. Oh, it's the lift. Yeah, it's the lift station, of course. So this is clearly used to take people up and down this mountain, and it's in a bit of a state, but does seem to still be functioning somehow. Doesn't probably meet many health and safety rules either, because there's barely any safety functions. Now, of course, we are not alone on this thing. We have some guys who want to come up and say hello to us. They are rather easily taken care of. There was a reason the game gave me rifle ammo a minute ago, which is to take these guys out at range, but if you're on the PC version and you're relatively competent with the mouse, they're not too difficult to hit as you go down. Have to be careful of these guys because they will not jump over to your gondola, but they will throw things at you, which obviously, as we know, can be a bit injurious. I like the fact that Ashley does a little fist bump every time we shoot one off the ledge, which is rather sweet of her. Yeah, this may not have actually been the best combat strategy, lads. Okay, and there goes another one. So we should be free now too. So there's a bunch of storage lockers here, which have a flash grenade in it, very handy for tackling the bursty head lads. We've got some handgun ammo. The next objective is we can head down here, and I think for now I'm just going to leave Ashley out here, because I think there's some guys in here who don't mean as well. Yep, so there's some dynamite, which, again, using my mad skills, if you shoot in the air, it's a good way of killing them without having to expend much ammunition. So we get green herb, which is nice. We're both at full health, but nonetheless, good to have in reserve. Yes, indeed. We managed to... nice try, lads. Yeah, so we hear him dissolve, which means we're free of him. And there's this weird sacrificial stone. The blood is still fresh, and there was some kind of ritual. This is never expanded upon. Clearly they do some kind of human sacrifice, although we never really see it. And it's not entirely clear what it was, but we do get the yellow cat's eye, which means if we go to our treasures, the last bit of the beer stein, so that is now fully operational. Which means it can be sold for a decent chunk of cash next time we find a merchant with anything we want. Continue heading down this this path. We run into yet another merchant who not only is selling things, but has offered us some free samples of ammo, which is very kind of him. I'm going to drop a save here as well, because a save and a merchant and an ammo supply means one thing: boss battle. Might grab a first aid spray though for 5,000, just to top myself up. Is the stock for the Red 9 worth it, just to balance my ammo out? I mean, it's only 4,000. It does take up space in the inventory, but not very much. So yeah, we'll go for it. Why not? We can see the Red 9 as it was meant to be used. So if we go into our inventory, combine that with the yeah, and there we go. We can now use it as a little carbine sort of thing. So while the cicadas chirp, we head down and find this sort of abandoned warehouse thing, which, you know, seems empty.
You better stay outside. Ashley, go hide.
Yeah.
And yes, it's the chief, and he is not pleased with us. Turns out he's a strong lad, and he's going to teach us a lesson. Not if my quick time events have anything to say about it, though. And there's a red barrel in here. Textbook mistake in being a video game villain and leaving one of those around.
Hasta luego.
Badass action hero line from Leon there. But as you might expect, this sadly does not in fact free us of the requirement to take down this boss. It just makes him angry. And turns out he's got a real bad case of the tentacles today. This is how I feel after I eat Mexican food. Right, so brilliantly I forgot to reload all my weapons before I came in here, so I'm just going to quickly reload the rifle while we are waiting for him to advance and get some early damage in. Unfortunately, we don't want to let him get too close to us, because he will do serious damage, which you can dodge with quick time events, but it's generally not advisable to get in the way of it. Another rifle round to the face, and hopefully we can deal a decent amount of damage to this guy while he's still relatively distant. Sadly, the whole combat is not as easy as this. I've managed to get very lucky on avoiding his attacks so far, because they do really hurt, as I recall. So we get up here, and I think that... oh dear, yep, so we are then thrown back to the ground, and I think this is a brilliant time for a quick heal. So now I'm up to full health. I'm going to go over to the shotgun, get some distance from him, and reload that. There's also some free handgun ammo over here. If 10 ammo is the difference between you making this boss battle and not. Oh, managed to get hit by a second attack there. And we have to do another mouse shake to get rid of him. Now, unfortunately, I'm still at the stage where 2 hits consecutively from him will finish me off, so I'm going to use my health spray. I don't particularly like doing so, but I need to do it. So this is just a case of dealing damage. There's no, you don't have to reveal a Plaga and then damage it with, with a knife like you do with the Gigante. Unfortunately, he is quite aggressive when you're on the upper level, so you want to be keeping your distance as much as possible. There is a red herb as well there. Unfortunately, I've used all my greens, so I can't actually use it for anything. It's only good for combining with the green. So just quickly pop those last couple of shotgun rounds in his back, and we'll see what else we can do. So we've got one more rifle round ready, which is worth a good hit, even if it's not going to be enough to take it out on our own. Do a quick dodge of the main attack there, and head up here, see what we can do. It might be that we have to go over to the handgun soon. There's a frag grenade there, which is very handy. So I'm just going to deploy that now, because I just want to do as much damage to him as early as possible. And with that, we transform to his second stage, which unfortunately makes things a little bit more dangerous, as we will shortly see. So yeah, he's now running around on his tentacles and can hop around with some glee, which makes him much faster and means that he's also quite hard to hit. And also, we no longer get the chance to quick time our way out of his attacks. I wonder if he can be flash grenaded. Yes, apparently he can. That knocks him to the floor. So I'm just going to quickly go over to the handgun and... Uh-oh. This is a problem. Oh, yeah. No, if I take one more hit, I'm going to die. So I'm just going to have to do as much damage as I can, as quickly as I can, and hope that that's in some way good. If I climb this ladder, I might be able to get out of his range for a second and hope that, to God, that there's something else up on this upper level which I can use to heal. If I keep moving, he might not be able to get me. So I've got a yellow herb there. If I could find a green, that would be lovely. Yes, and so we have all 3 herbs, allowing us to not only fully heal, but to increase our maximum health. Unfortunately, I could use a reload, and I don't have the opportunity to do one of those. Oh, and I didn't dodge his attack there, so that extra health is wasted. Well done, Robin. And unfortunately, I can't now see him, which means I'm very, very vulnerable to attack. There he is on the left. So I'll hop down here. If I can get him on the other side of the arena, there might be a chance, just a small chance, that I can inflict some hits. Nice, and... well! Unfortunately, I am dead. So this time, after getting into his second form, I've saved some rifle ammunition for him, which might make taking him down from the rafters a little bit easier. And hopefully mean I can keep my distance a little bit better and still take accurate, powerful shots. Because basically, the key to defeating this guy in the second round seems to be sort of knocking him down from the ceiling, because then he's relatively helpless, obviously not having his legs anymore. So there it goes, and with that, we've also got this incendiary grenade, which I didn't notice was hidden in the corner. So we deal some more damage there. Just pin him down with a couple more rifle shots. Managed to miss him there, of course, but get another chance here. And managed to miss that as well. But with shotgun ammo left, we're not just left plinking away at him with the handgun, so we managed to do it on the second time round, which isn't too bad. So out falls his fake eye, which obviously we now know is going to be an important MacGuffin. And we get the false eye. We also get 30,000 pesetas, which eagle-eyed viewers will have noticed is the same value as a rocket launcher. So if we'd wanted to just buy one of those and take him out with that, we could have done so. But again, I thought, you know, why not do it the fun way? So we can't get out through there because obviously he twisted up the handles in a display of object permanence, which is normally beyond Resident Evil 4. But instead we can jump out the side of the building. So Ashley asked us if we were okay, and we just don't respond, which I think is reasonable. I'm going to quickly expand Ashley's health, because I noticed when she was captured before that actually it probably would be quite a good thing to make sure she can be a little bit more durable at least, and also go back up to the handgun. So as we turn towards the gondola ride, we notice this large imposing castle over here, which may be relevant soon. So we get to the door and pull out the false eye, the only item we can use on it, and so we now find ourselves closing in on the castle with its very imposing gates. This is, this is where we will be spending the next sort of 40% of the game. And as you'll see, there are some enemies that are preventing us from getting there. So I'm just going to leave... Wait. Actually, I'm not going to leave Ashley down there, because I believe more show up. Instead, so we are presented with this truck, which caused me no end of difficulty when I first played this game, actually. Your objective is basically, taking out the driver, and then you get a very, very... elaborate crash sequence in which if you're anywhere other than back here you will get killed by it as it crashes, so that leaves us with theoretically only one guy to take out, although this game being what it is, that hope may prove illusory. Still, if we check in the back of the truck we get 5,500 pesetas, which is no bad thing. Unfortunately the gate opens behind us and through come another mob, so if we head up here we can put some distance between us and them. I'm gonna pop Ashley back here, smash this barrel and hope it results in some ammo. Unfortunately, we get a velvet blue, which is the mid-game spinal, I guess you could call it. Don't you throw things at Ashley, that's very unkind. With 2 rounds left in our shotgun, we've got to fight off this horde, which is less than optimal, frankly. And don't get any kills out of that, which is getting very annoying. Do still have to reload, so not everything is coming up. Leon. Still, if we shoot those guys while they're trying to do the flame thing, you can set them on fire and get a kill out of that, so take that guy down. And so Ashley's been kidnapped, which is actually not a terrible thing for her, because while she's in the arms of the Ganados, she can't be injured by them, I don't believe. So it's actually a relatively safe way for her to be for now, until she gets to the door at least. Oh, so she managed to get hit by that axe, so I was clearly incorrect in my assumption, in which case I don't want her to be kidnapped at all. Oh no, we've got a head burster. That's going to be a problem. And I'm on fire. Brilliant. Nobody is doing well at the moment. Gonna use, right, my health spray on me, because I've got the most health to heal, and I'll use a full heal on Ashley as well. So priority is taking out Mr. Headburster there, and his strange little friend. Come on, Ashley. Yeah, I forgot to tell her to follow me instead. So the axe throwing is quite impressive when they're actually within, you know, range, but when it just sort of bumbles onto the floor like that, it's actually quite embarrassing. I think Mr. Bursty Head here is possibly the last one we've got to take out for the minute. Yeah, and with the fading of the evil music, we have, I believe, defeated our last enemies of the village. We won't be seeing those villagers again for quite some time. So, with that, let's head through and see what awaits us in the castle.
On the other side of the bridge.
Yeah.
I got it!
You take that one.
Okay.
Ready? Come on.
Yeah.
And so with that, with a hit ratio of 80% and a total of 280 enemies killed in the first two chapters, we are through. So, we'll drop a quick save and see what awaits us over the bridge. So we found ourselves in this lovely courtyard. The gate behind us is closed. We can't go back over there to the village even if we wanted to. So it's important that we got everything we could out of the village at the first time of asking. So there's a merchant in here who we'll want to go speak to. But first, there's a lot of stuff in this courtyard where there aren't any enemies, which we'll want to get before we go and deal with him. So some ammo and a gem. And there's a box here as well, which that one contains a snake, which I was out of range to get, annoyingly. But I'm only mildly injured, so it doesn't matter too much. And importantly, if we head back around here, we'll get ourselves some gold bars, 5,000 pesetas. Very, very nice. So that puts us in a good position to have a look at the new wares that the merchant has on offer, which is the big draw of Chapter 3. Well, before we look at what he has on sale, we're going to sell the things that we've got available. So the TMP ammo goes, the spinal go as well. Velvet Blue goes. We can finally sell the completed baseline for 20,000 pesetas, which puts us on a very healthy 104,000. So let's have a quick look at what's available. So firstly, we've got the Attaché Case Large, which is an important investment, particularly if we want to pick up some more weapons in this stage. I'm not going to do it quite yet, just because I think we can get a bit further before it becomes necessary. We've also got the Blacktail, which is a new handgun. It's sort of a competitor to the Red 9. Because as you'll see, as the basic handguns, they've got the same damage, but the Blacktail has a slightly faster firing speed, slightly faster reload speed, and a bigger capacity. So it is arguably better than the Red 9, but the Red 9 fully upgraded becomes a really, really powerful weapon. It gets a very big damage boost, and so I think I'm probably going to stick with it for now, because this isn't a game where you need to be firing particularly fast. The Blacktail is like an upgraded version of the standard handgun, or maybe the better version of the Punisher, but I think I narrowly prefer the Red 9. The Broken Butterfly looks like a handgun, but is a Magnum, which is a very different category of weapon. You'll see that the firepower is much higher, and the reload speed is much longer, and the capacity is much lower. This is not a weapon you will be using in everyday combat. The Magnum is basically there as a boss killer. It's there to deal large amounts of firepower to a single target very quickly. And as you'll see, it has a lot of firepower upgrades available throughout the game, which means that the Magnums can become really, really indispensable if that's your playstyle. Now, I never typically buy them, just because I don't find them all that useful. But you'll see that we've got some more options here as well. So we've got the semi-auto rifle. That becomes useful later in the game, but I wouldn't say at this stage is worth the extra cost over the standard rifle. It's a bit more powerful, And obviously reload speed and firing speed are much quicker, but it's still not quite what I want. The mine thrower is a fun toy, but it's basically garbage because you never get any ammunition for it. It's very only situationally useful. I normally never buy it unless I'm on like a New Game Plus and I've got money to burn, so I feel like I'm can play around. But an important investment for now is I'm going to sell our beloved shotgun after so long, and with 143,000 pesetas we've got we'll pick up the riot gun, which is the next shotgun in line, and it's not only more powerful, it fires quicker and it can get a bigger capacity in its clip, so that is an important upgrade. And next we'll go and look at what upgrades are available. So the red 9, we can get another firepower boost, taking us up to from 1.8 to 2.1, which is an important boost of about 16%. We can also get the capacity up to 12, which is very important because we know the reload speed on it is a bit slow. Take the firepower on the riot gun up from 5 to 5.5, and the firepower on the rifle up from 6 to 8. Not sure if it's worth upgrading the reload speed on the rifle. I tend to think not. Capacity up to 12 would be kind of nice, but isn't really a priority. And I think it's actually probably better to get the attacher case large while I've got the cash to hand. So with that, we will head into the castle and have a go with some of our new toys. So if we head through this door at the top of the stairs, we'll be presented with our first glimpse at some new enemies. So we see our first combat arena of this mission, and we find ourselves faced with, instead of the villagers, the monks, who I actually find a little bit creepy. They're basically like the villagers, but a bit tougher with slightly different attack patterns and ways of dealing with them. But you'll see they run around chanting, which I just find a little bit unnerving. Especially because it sounds like they're saying "Go Hitler," which, as ways of marking out villainy go, is a little bit obvious, I find. But using the rifle, we can at least snipe out a couple of them fairly early on. So this is a bit of the game where I am liable to die quite easily, frankly. So I'm going to tell Ashley to wait back here and hope that I stumble across some more rifle ammo fairly soon. So you'll see that we've got these catapults and things arrayed around the around the castle. Unfortunately, those are going to be aiming in our direction, and as you can see, they deal an awful lot of damage. So I'm going to quickly heal. The strategy for this is heal, take a quick shot, run away, basically. And if I can get a rifle on them, hit the red barrel, and that's more the better. So one of those catapults is out of action. Unfortunately, the rest are still operational. If you're in any kind of covered area, it tends to be a good way to get out of their range. So if I head down here, where we killed those guys a minute ago, I am safe here. So we see we've got this large antique cannon, which could be a source of a solution. We can also smash these barrels and pick up a decent chunk of treasure and ammo, which is nice. Unfortunately, the cannon can't quite be raised from here, so it's a case of proceeding on foot and hoping we don't get smashed by a catapult. So we head up these stairs. Yeah, okay, so the cannons are firing, catapults are firing again. We've got another one ahead of us there. Blow up that... Oh no. So they've got Ashley, which means I need to shoot them, which frankly adds another thing to my list of problems, which I wish wasn't there. There's a barrel there, which if I take it out, takes out another catapult. I believe there's one more. Oh, and that guy has a scythe, which is not really going to be very conducive to my well-being. Unfortunately, my first priority has got to be to head down and take out whoever's kidnapped Ashley, because she is much more of a risk to us completing this level. I think the monks are fairly slow, as you can see, but if she gets to that door, then we are in serious trouble. So unfortunately, I can't stop and fight them right now, apart from you. Come here, Ashley, and if we get the red 9 out, good excuse to show off its extra power. Oh no, he's gone down just from the shotgun blast, which is a bit of a relief. So we know we've got one on these stairs. We'll tell Ashley to follow us, and same rules apply, really. If you shoot these guys in the face, they all fall over, and you can use the opportunity to burst their heads. I find these guys to be less prone to going head bursty than the villagers, but just different things happen if they do. So we'll tell Ashley to wait there again, a bit close, a bit further from the exit to from the monks this time. So hopefully a bit more out of the way of kidnapping range. But we've got one more catapult to deal with, as I recall. So obviously keep moving. You're in a good position to take out the catapults. No barrel I could hit as far as I could see on that one, so I've ended up shooting the operator instead, which you know, is fine. Takes the catapult out, but it takes some damage in the process. So we've got this mechanism here. So if we tap the X button, we will start cranking it faster and faster until eventually the cannon is brought up to us, which is impressive work of engineering for sort of medieval Spain. But in any case, it's somehow loaded, and Leon has the knowledge to operate it, which destroys that gate and will allow us to push through. So there was a guy here who had a scythe, and he seems to have disappeared. And I'm not sure where he went, because I didn't kill him. So I don't know whether he was taken out in an explosion or something. In any case, from back here we get the gold bangle, which is a single-use piece of saleable treasure, so we can use that to pick up maybe the last couple of upgrades with the rifle next time we meet a merchant. And we've got a couple of boxes in here as well, which are worth smashing for bits of treasure. No snakes here, fortunately, which is nice. So we get the velvet blue, which is worth 2,500, and a bunch of cash. So back here we have another merchant. Very soon after the first one, but so 8,500 for that. Nice bit of pocket change. See if we can get another rifle upgrade with that. Yeah, going to take the rifle capacity up to 12 because we're out of ammunition, so that's essentially buying 12 rifle ammunition.
Leon, where's your current location?
We decided to lay low in a castle, but it looks like it was a bad
Yeah,
move.
the giant ominous castle with the lights
It
on.
appears that this castle's also connected with the Los Illuminados. They must not get many visitors here, because they're giving me one hell of a welcome.
Sounds bad. I have an idea, Leon. I need you to...
What? Repeat, Hunnigan. Great. Just my luck.
Ah, plot-induced static, the worst kind of communications issue to have. We find ourselves in this well-appointed little ante-room. Crucially, if we head up these stairs, we're about to have a very, very close-in encounter with some of our monkly friends. Yep, we see the Red Robe Monk as well, who are slightly tougher boss variants, basically. So that guy goes down. We'll also see that we can do, if we shoot them in the knee, you don't just boot them like you do the villagers. You get to suplex them like a wrestler instead, which is a good way to burst heads, which can be a blessing or a curse, as we know. It is, however, highly entertaining to do. So they're not all that fast, but they do have a variety of quite unpleasant medieval implements to swing at us rather than the farm implements of the villagers, which means that they can be quite dangerous, especially at close range. Get some rifle ammo and some ammunition from over here, but unfortunately we haven't taken these guys out yet, so I'm just going to hope that Ashley is relatively safe. Oh no, a kidnapping has occurred. See, if we're lucky, they'll just be barehanded and they'll just grab us, but unfortunately I really need to get down there and take her out. Yeah, so with that, she's kidnapped and we failed the mission. Okay, so different approach required there, I think. I'm probably going to take the previous attack of... Firstly, we're going to grab Gareth's Platinum Sword because we need that. And then I think the solution of hiding her in a corner and trying to defend her like I'm playing a tower defense game. So we can also take this golden sword. We might even be able to get out of here without fighting them, frankly, if we put the platinum sword in and the golden sword downstairs. The problem is that to get down there requires fighting these guys, so it's not really something I can... you can't Resident Evil 1 this and just dodge out of the way of the enemies, so I'll protect you from the nasty men. Especially when their heads are so easily burstable. Yep. Managed to just get lucky there. I guess the increased power of the riot gun is something I was not expecting. Yeah, I could do without you reloading right now, Leon, mate. Still, kick the heads off, and... Oh no. Okay, we can take out the headburster in one shot at least. The riot gun is, as you'll see, significantly more powerful, so it's something I'm not going to complain about. Plus, I get to boost my maximum health. Oh no, we got another bunch coming up the stairs. This game never quite lets you finish. Alright, so now they're down, but because the evil music hasn't finished, we know there's more to do, and in this case, it's our lovely red gentleman, who is, as I discussed, tougher than the black-robed guys, and also, I believe these always have a headburster, so as soon as we've managed to pin him down and blow his head off, yeah, we'll have to deal with his little friend, which is an inopportune time to reload, frankly. These guys are, yeah, take a lot more punishment than the sort of spaghetti carbonara headbursters. Place the golden sword in this backing, which in typical Resident Evil puzzle style unlocks a hidden panel behind which is a door. So, come along, Ashley. So we head through here and back outside.
Leon!
Run into a familiar friend.
Louis.
I've got something for you guys. What? Oh, shit! I must have dropped it when I was running away from them.
Dropped what?
A drug that'll stop your convulsions. Look, I know you're carriers. You've been coughing up blood, right?
Yeah.
And you?
Yes.
Damn it! The eggs have hatched. We don't have much time.
What are you talking about?
I have to go back and get it.
Let me come with you.
No, you stay here with Leon. He is better with the ladies, I'm sure.
Genuinely awful.
Why are you...
It makes me feel better. Let's just leave it at that.
So, with a mysterious appearance from Luis, we've got a couple of routes to go. That is the main route for us, but we'll kick open this side door and see that we've got some monks here to deal with. This, I believe, tutorializes a new kind of enemy for which it is probably best to leave Ashley behind. Uh-oh. So I've run out of ammo, despite holding off reasonably well up to that point. So it might be time for a good space-generating incendiary grenade and take the handgun to this guy who's nearest to me. We'll boot in the head, and yeah, the problem is that these guys are not yet dead and are quite dangerous at close range, more so than the spaghetti heads. So these guys are down, but that is not the end of our problems in this area, as I recall. However, we will go and grab as much treasure as we can. Yeah, because it looks like we've got some more guys around here who are not our friends, and we run into the shielded enemies. Fortunately, the rifle is quite useful for these, because it can penetrate the shields. Unfortunately, they are spiky shields, so you kind of don't want to get in the way of them. Also, we've got some guys who are shooting at us with crossbows from above, neither of which are ideal situations, really. If you can distract the shield guys with Ashley, they will often turn away from you, so you get an opportunity to shoot them without having the shield in the way. But those are the enemies for which the Punisher is useful. We can also get behind this firing port, although I suspect that... Yeah. So Mr. Shotgun goes down. And with that, we get a couple of rifle rounds back, and I believe we are free. So this game being what it is, I wouldn't be hugely surprised if it spawns some more at us as we try to leave. So I'm just going to quickly tell Ashley to wait here. And this brings us a key, which will be quite important in a moment. Yeah, so here we go. We've got a whole bunch of new enemies, and I don't have enough ammunition to deal with it. Nothing ever changes, does it? Fortunately, we're quite a long way from a level exit, so if she does get kidnapped, it's not the end of the world. But it's not a situation I would prefer, frankly, and especially not while I'm trying to fight off a headburster. So we can... knock those guys back with a head kick. Possibly if I shoot that barrel, yeah, it knocks the guy over. Plus we can kick him. Get down here. Come on, Ashley. He's taken down, so we can now back out of here. We could just run away, but I think I'm going to adopt the position behind this wall. Right, down goes one. Oh dear, we got another headburster. We'll take out that guy at the back, and then hopefully... I managed to clip into the wall. Come on, Ashley. Over here. Get some distance between us and him, and when he comes through, squelchy head goes pop. Shame we can't take into these this lovely collection of halberds to use against them. I feel like in a crowd control situation, getting a couple of those in the way of them might actually be quite useful. So we find ourselves in this rather lovely boss arena looking atrium. I'm just going to quickly heal myself up just in case. I don't think there's a battle at this point, but it's been a while since I played this, so I could be mistaken. Let's find out anyway. And after taking out the chief, we find our second enemy of the game.
Notice us.
Who are you?
Me llamo Ramon Salazar, the 8th Castellan of this magnificent architecture. I have been honored with the prodigious power from the great Lord Sadler. I've been expecting you, my brethren.
No thanks, bro.
My, we've got a feisty one. If you care for your own well-being, I suggest you surrender yourself and simply become our hostage. Or Mr. Scott, you can give us the girl because you're not worth a penny, I'm afraid. You can die.
Yeah, so...
I'm never turning into one of them. Never.
Well, you are if we don't get you out of here, love.
We'll find a cure.
So anyway, yeah, no combat there immediately, but our introduction to some rather nasty men. You might want to pay attention to his little pals on either side of him. So here we have another Resident Evil style puzzle. We've got to fill in this mysterious mural. But for now, drop a save and see what awaits us in here. So if we smash these rather lovely vases, we can pick up some ammo. I think there's some more stuff hidden around here as well. Yep, another velvet blue. For now, we are left with this combination of roots. You'll see another brazier that we can shoot down from the ceiling, which I'm not minded to do just yet. Yeah, we'll see that we've got another problem, which is that there are these lovely horse heads perpetually breathing fire. I don't want to even think about what the energy bill is going to be like for that, or how it doesn't set the rug on fire. But ours is not to reason why. Ours is but to solve puzzles and die. So we'll check what's on the wall here. Capture Louis Serra. It's the sort of work newsletter that they post up on the bulletin board. I have confirmation that Serra has entered the castle. Why he would return during his escape leaves me to question his motives, but we must seize this moment and capture him. We will get the other 2 Americans after we apprehend Serra. It appears he took some vaccines when he stole our sample. The vaccines we can do without, but we must retrieve the sample, for it is our lifeblood. Quite why they developed vaccines for this plaga when they want to infect the entire world with it. I mean, you'd think you wouldn't want a cure, right? But that is apparently not how they think. Now, this painting, if we interact with it, will give us a big chunk of gold. Not very useful for now, but it will be shortly. Rather curiously, there's some ammo up there, and I'm not sure how one would retrieve it. I guess you could shoot it. I've never seen that before. Played this game through dozens of times. Yeah, falls down. Best to do that now, by the way, for reasons we will see shortly. Just going to pop Ashley out here before we go through the door. Just seems a sensible thing to do. So we head through, and we'll see that we've got a gentleman over there, standing calmly, not bothering anyone. But, there's a lever there that we could do with hitting. So I'm going to get those shotgun shells and go check him out. And yes, he's got his eyes sewn shut. He has Wolverine-style claws and not a very positive approach to life, we could say. Just going to quickly reload all my weapons and prepare ourselves for what will be potentially quite a tough boss battle. Well, potentially not, because I kind of know how to handle this guy. So we kick in his door, and yeah, we'll see that he is not very pleased, and he deals with. Now, this guy's deal, if Leon is walking, he can't hear him because he's blind. If we run, or if we fire a weapon, he'll know where we are. As a stopgap, we can shoot these bells. And when the bells ring, he'll get angry and go and attack the bells, but he will usually destroy the bells in the process. But what that will do is it will reveal the plaga on his back, which can be shot, dealing him some damage in the process. Now, you can kill him by just random... Yep, and you really don't want to get sliced by these things because it's a, dangerous experience. So you've got to try and walk and stay out of his sort of, not vision cone, but the kind of hearing cone. If you can hit him without using the bells, that tends to be better, like now. Plus, you can get him stuck in the wall, like so, at which point you can hit him again. So this is broadly the strategy, the old bait beat retreat thing. And there we go, stuck in the wall again. And with that, actually that was quite simple. Only took 4 hits and we got 15,000 potatoes out of it. And head over here and flick this lovely lever. So mini boss down, we can also deactivate those horses' heads. Unfortunately, that also alerts some more of our learned friends. And managed to miss his head on that one, which is annoying. 1 goes down. 2 goes down. It's the muttering of the monks that gets me. They always sound like they're just leaning up against my ear and whispering sweet nothings into it, which I just not keen on. Not keen on at all. There's a third one. I don't know where he's gone. There's some around here who have... Yep. Dynamite makes a return. We're not completely free of the old ways. And there's 2 with crossbows who need to be taken down. But fortunately, the ranged ones, they tend to give them a bit less health. So some handgun ammo and some money later. We're through to this area with the remaining guy. Because he's on his own, he's a piece of cake to take out. So this is unfortunately, yes, another difficult bit, and we are now running concerningly low on ammo. Again, this is one where backing yourself into a corner tends to be a good way of dealing with things. If you've got rifle ammunition, that tends to be better, but I don't, so I'm just going to make do with the riot gun. This is such a big area with so many enemies that we're experiencing a little bit of slowdown, which is going to be a bit of a problem. Oh, I managed to get skewered on the shields there as well, which is unpleasant. I'm just going to top my health up and... you know what, treat myself to an incendiary grenade to take out that guy, because I'm not wasting the ammo required to blast through his shield. Yeah. So I thought that might happen. We'd get a kidnapping attempt of Ashley. Get out of the way. I will take him out, and she can come over here. If I can reload before this guy gets to me, we can take him out in the old-fashioned. I think it's actually probably for the best if I keep Ashley with me, so I can avoid her kidnapping attempts. So that's another one down. Unfortunately, as we push forward into this level, more and more will spawn. So it is not a case of, yeah, you don't get free very easily. And unfortunately, yeah, we've got another kidnapping on our hands. You can kick the guys out from their shields, which is often quite handy. The situation is not good. We only have a few rounds left, and yeah, more enemies to take out than I would care, frankly. More handgun ammunition there, which is very important. Just going to have to knock this guy down and run past him. Also, Ashley's health is looking concerning, but I have absolutely no healing items. So there's not much I can do about that for now. Rifle ammunition, that is going to be handy. And that's the last black one, which leaves just Mr. Red, at least for now. So if we head over here, back into the corner, Ashley will go behind me. I've got time. Right, so that's burst his head, but unfortunately that's only the start of our problems, because we've now got 9 rounds to deal with everything else. I've never had so much trouble with ammo in this game, which is weird, because I don't feel like I've been particularly frugal or had a particularly bad hit rate. I just can't seem to find much. So, right. And we've taken out the red guy. Now that's the good news. The bad news is that we've only got 1 round of ammunition left to deal with the whole rest of them. So things might not be looking up so much for Leon. If I can shoot him in the knee and get a suplex in that bursts his head, he might drop some ammunition. Okay, that's 2 rifle ammunition, which is not as much as I need, but hopefully we can sort of daisy chain that by killing some others. Okay, so now we've got a hand grenade, 2 rifle ammunition, and a green herb. Lovely. Now, unfortunately, so we get some shotgun ammo in here and another green herb, which is excellent. So we've got to push these buttons independently, which obviously means positioning Ashley on one while I go and stand on the other. That brings up the crank for us. Unfortunately, there's a hole in the ceiling of this room which drops enemies onto us, which I am not willing to hang around and experience. We've also got more of those guys. This guy has a face mask on, which means we can't take him down with headshots. We can wound him with body shots, but he's not as easy to sort of take out in one hit. Although we can do it on that occasion with a rifle shot at close range, which is nice. We can either use the crank ourselves, or we can delegate Ashley to do it, and that tends to be much the better way, because you can sort of guard her, whereas she can't protect you. So it's only worth doing it yourself if you've already cleared out every enemy, which I don't even think is really possible with the amount of ammunition we've got. So these guys with sides particularly are very, very dangerous, because yeah, they will throw them. So we are in serious trouble now. Yeah, okay. And with that, Ashley is dead. So instead of trying to take those guys out all at once, I think I'm going to play slightly aggressively, go and get the lever activated as soon as possible, and maybe just try and dodge around them. Managed to hit a whole bunch of them at once there, which is nice. They're quite easy to take off their feet, which is one advantage of the shotgun. I'm going to risk Ashley's health here with the grenade. Right. So the second batch come through, and Ashley is uninjured, which is nice. We've managed to take all of them out in one go. The bridge is half down, so if I assign Ashley to this now, I might have enough ammunition left by the time, yep, it comes down. That's lovely. So it hasn't given us the scythe guys this time, so instead we can head up here, and again, yep, there is delegation of Ashley, and this will require us again to keep her safe while the enemies come after her. This isn't too bad, I don't recall, because we do get given a boost in ammunition shortly, but this is one of the more stressful sort of pseudo-boss battles of the game. And I managed a quick turn instead of attacking, so managed to get myself killed again. I might actually check out what's in this little side room. Oh no, just cash for now. We've got another little equivalent room over there. Fingers crossed for ammo. And first aid spray. Okay, silver medal, but I'll take it. Now quickly reload the rifle, and up you go, love. Right, so I think there are some guys who now get spawned to come after me, but I don't think it's just piling them on top of the guys who were before. I'll take down as many as I can before I'm directly under threat. Yeah, this is much easier. I think this game has a level of adaptive difficulty going on where I am given sort of a bit of a favour by the game when I start doing badly. So this is basically just a timed puzzle. We have to just keep Ashley safe enough that she can raise these underwater platforms that we'll then walk across. This is, again, a very elaborate mechanical device to have in a 14th century castle or whatever it is, but it's, you know, it's Resident Evil. People have weird mechanics installed in places they shouldn't. Right, so first platform goes up. As we inflict a grievous injury on that guy, she goes over to the second crank, which obviously is nice for us, but does mean that more enemies get spawned at me. So much still to do to protect her. I don't know how you'd do this if you were doing like a knife-only run. I'm not sure it's even possible. Right. So Ashley's done there, and... uh-oh. Should not have come this way. If I can reload before he gets another attack in, I might be able to get away with this. Oh, apparently I could. And Ashley's been kidnapped. Oh no, she hasn't. She's just waiting to be helped down from that not very high ledge. Okay, so some pesetas and some handgun ammo. Whatever, I don't care about the rest of these enemies. I just want to get out of here. This puzzle was horrible. I can and will leave Ashley behind. Nothing but a burden. We are here. What is here? Well, we're about to find out. Okay, so first we have a merchant.
Welcome.
We'll see what he's got available. Although, first and foremost, we need to get our handgun powered up, because going from 2.1 to 2.5 is very good, as is upgrading the firing speed, reload speed, everything. Basically, we are going to be very reliant on this as we go through. The riot gun and rifle also have upgrades available. So, let's go through and sell our spinal. 4 velvet blues. That takes us to 23,000. So we might be able to get. So we can get the capacity upgrade for the red 9. Go to 9 on the capacity and maybe bump up the reload speed as well. That'll get us towards where we want to be. Bit of a breather this room after everything we've just been through. As the equivalent of this level's boss, and we are about to finish the level. So I think we can breathe a sigh of relief. Smash open this little display case. Open this chest and get ourselves a hand grenade that they were keeping in there for some reason. So now that we've done that, let's head through in here. And through the blue door is something a bit different. We've got another merchant, but he's not really a merchant this time. He's a sort of carny. So if you choose rapid fire, we get given this mixture of shotgun and TMP and a grenade. And with that, we head through and we find ourselves with a little shooting gallery. I'm going to give it to TMP because it's the easiest way to do this. Basically, we have to rack up points and we get combos, and the higher we do, the more we win. So this is a little breather. Headshots count for bonus points, obviously. As do the little explodey things at the back, Space Invaders style. With this, it can be useful to stand relatively far back so you can get as much in view as possible. As you'll see, it is a little bit easy, especially if you're playing on PC. This was much harder on consoles. Oh, wasted a bunch of ammo there, not a big fan of that. I think we are slightly ranked on our hit ratio. But, oh well. And with that, the course is down. 25 out of 25 hits, 4,400 points, and 5 prizes are ordered. Plus we get the rare prize. I'm not entirely sure what that is, but we'll go back to the merchant and find out. So we end the game with 5 bottle caps, which is one thing. We also get a note on target practice. It's not like we get anything particularly great from here, but it's a nice little bonus feature. So I'll show you quickly. We can get our bottle cap collection, which if we examine it, yeah, you'll see we've got little Leon, like he might be sold on a promotional bottle cap for like Pepsi back in the day.
Don't worry, Ashley.
And he plays a little sound. So we got 2 Leons, Leon with jacket and Leon without jacket. And then we got Ashley. Yeah, with the sound we hear all too frequently throughout this game. Thank you, game. We've got ourselves a Luis.
Did you send out those invitations? I told you no more than 50 people.
Haha. And we got Ada as well, who we haven't encountered much yet, but she will become a bigger thing throughout the castle levels.
Leon, now!
Indeed. So, with that, let's give the sniping challenge a go. Turns out I'm not very good at shooting with the handgun. Not shooting Ashley is advisable. See, as you'll see, there's no real point in using the rifle in here because you just won't get the use out of it. Putting Ashley in the middle of this is a bit of a trick, to be honest, but fair play to them. It would be kind of useful to keep track of my score while I was in this, to be honest, because at the moment my objective is just do as well as I can and then see how it works out at the end. Ah, there's one with dynamite, so obviously if we had shot that, we would have got all of them in one, but sadly we only got 20. But we got a prize, so let's go back and talk to him again. I've been awarded 1 bottle cap, and as we got the first row collection, we get 15,000 pesetas as well, which is very nice. So we get a material reward out of it. It's not just for the bottle caps. Get the capacity upgrade for the Red 9. Lovely. So with that, I think it's about time we left things off here. We are at the end of chapter 1. So you'll see we've made a lot of progress through this. We're now about halfway through the game. So we've got a lot to do in the castle, and then we will be moving on to somewhere else even more exciting. So, thank you again for joining me. This has been a good episode, I reckon. We made some decent progress. I only died a few times, and didn't manage to get too frustrated by any of the puzzles. So, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe. I'm also on Patreon at patreon.com/digitalwilds. And yeah, if you want to check out any of the other content that's on my channel, I've got some other special one-offs coming up this weekend, and I'm going to be starting a new series on Sundays to replace Cubivore. If you want to feed in the comments to what you think that should be, let me know. Anyway, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Thanks very much.